There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. My baby goes that night and stays till the morning comes. Oh, she drinks gin and whiskey and she drinks Dago Ray.
Brandon, you guys run the show. Go for it.
All right, well, I'd like to start the show, but Warren's tweeting.
I was trying to. Sorry.
I was trying to.
All right. We are at the historic Vegetable Buddies in South Bend, Indiana. Well, we have a guest host with us tonight, Warren
do?
Kluck. It's South Bend's favorite son, Warren Kluck.
Bastard son, but I'll take it. Thank you.
Bastard,
Thank
yeah,
you.
Favorite bastard, whatever. It
Jason
works.
Lee and Kluck in the morning show, Mr. Warren Kluck. Glad to have you on here.
Welcome, Warren.
Thank you for having me. This is my first time on your podcast and also my first time at Vegetable Buddies. So,
Yes, really? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And, of course, we have the owner of Vegetable Buddies, Mr. Jeff Harrison. Glad to have you on.
Thank you.
I love this place. I've been coming here for a while now. I come up here from Indianapolis. Warren lives here and hasn't been here. I come up from Indy.
Jeff, there's
Don't
a problem
embarrass me
here.
in front of the owner, all right? No.
I was going to say I didn't know who this was. I
No.
hear him on the radio every morning, but
Like-
until just now.
Yeah, what
Hi,
a-
Warren.
what a
But he-
day.
Nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
He's on the radio for a reason. We all are on the radio for a reason. We have a face for radio.
Yes. Yeah,
we don't do video. It's
all
not,
of us.
Radio ready looks.
No, but your brother would talk about this place to a point that it annoyed all of us. So my genius idea was like, all right, well, you know what? I'm not going to go because I'm sick of hearing him talk about it.
I want to be anti-hip. I want to be against that
Yeah,
stuff. It's so
Monday,
popular.
Tuesday,
I don't want to go.
Wednesday, like, what are you doing? I'm at Buddies. Come down. I'm like, no, and I'm not going to go just because you're down there all the time.
We get it, Ryan. Vegetable
and-
Buddies is
and
great.
I'm sorry. I feel really bad because this place is tits, man. It's great.
We like it.
Actually,
I just can't figure out the whole marketing. How does marketing work? Oh, too much marketing. He won't come.
I actually talked to a few people. They're like, "What are you doing this weekend?" I'm heading up to South Bend, going to do a show in Vegetable Buddies. Holy shit! You're doing a show at Vegetable? What? Wait a minute! I didn't know your podcast was that big. I was like, that big? What do you mean? Well, Vegetable Buddies. That's pretty. It's pretty hard to get into spot. Oh, not unless you're a pig.
Yeah.
No, it was kind of crazy. I mean, I talked to a lot of people, and everybody knew about this place. Not like
Oh yeah.
it kind of blew my mind. Really, I was like, South Bend, Indiana. You know where that's at? Yeah.
It's a good spot. It's an
Yeah.
awesome spot.
Younger guys our age, that Vegetable Buddies, what's that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then the guys,
Yeah.
like a little bit older, and it's like, oh, hell, holy shit, Vegetable Buddies is back open again? Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of history here. Jeff, this place was the prime spot in South Bend for blues and jazz. I mean,
Yeah.
what year? 76, I believe?
76 to 80 they were open, and just a ton of people used to come through here because we have the location of South Bend. It's between a lot of cities, so
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
catch a lot of people routing through. Like back in the day, it was Muddy Waters, John Lee Hooker, Dr. John, and Steppenwolf. A lot of big names used to just come in here and because it was on the way to somewhere else, basically. But you could get them in here, and it was just good times
Yeah.
back then. And
Can Heat.
we're doing it again.
One of my favorites, Can
Can
Heat.
Heat?
Can
Yeah,
Heat.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a picture
Oh, yeah.
of them over there on the wall.
Still going strong, and it's just such an amazing band. But,
And
I
Al
mean,
Capone
yeah.
had a safe house here, I think.
What?
I'm just kidding. They say that about every place in South Bend.
And Dillinger robbed Vegetable Buddies back in the day.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So there had to have been a little bit to reopen Vegetable Buddies. There had to have been some stipulations. I'm thinking to.
The old owners they're still around. None of them live around here, but I just reached out to one of them. Found one of them, Andy Pinelli, and said, well, what do you think about it? And he's, I told him my background is all about music, and I'm, pretty much going to stay true to what they were doing anyways.
Right.
And, I was kicking around other names, and nothing made as much sense as going with the old Vegetable Buddies legend. And I called them up, and they were thrilled. I mean, they were just,
bet.
as long as you're, you keep it cool and you keep it legit, about music. And
Do they check in at all
Oh,
at any
yeah.
point and make sure you're still keeping it real?
yeah, they come in. I've seen them.
They have to.
Andy lives in Chicago. A couple other old owners are all over the country, and they've come in for shows. We had Cyril Neville in. They all came in. They're thrilled. They're reliving their glory days a little bit, I think. But
I was gonna say they would have to, because you're getting killer acts back on the stage again. I mean, some of the best music. I've been blown away every time I come in here, because I mean, there's a lot of little blues clubs around, but you guys are pulling in national acts that are just unreal. Davey Knowles, I was here and just blown away.
Yeah.
And he'll be back again, I know, shortly. But incredible bands on the stage, and it's such a cool. You guys, obviously, you're here. You can see the atmosphere.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
It's just cool. It's a lava amp right by you, buddy.
I know, yeah. I mean, how can I not be happy with the lava lamp beside me?
I made sure not to unplug the lava lamp to be able to, plug our equipment in.
it's essential to the vibes of the whole place.
I mean, it really is, yeah.
There's one over there not turned on, but hey, I'm just going to leave.
But it's not,
wish you wouldn't have pointed that out.
The music is so cool, but there's also, we kind of talked. We came in here before my first time, and Steve started talking about prohibition drinks and stuff. It's like, holy shit! I actually do a show about craft beer and spirits, and Maggie and Steve are making some incredible drinks behind the bar.
Yeah.
Incredible cocktails. You guys
Lord,
are engulfing in the local craft community as well. Warren is a beer lover himself.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
yes.
And so it's just very cool to have this stuff here. Great blues, great jazz, great funk, and great beer. And we're rolling on a new menu tonight as well, correct?
Yeah, we roll out new stuff on the menu almost weekly. I mean, it
awesome.
rotates around, and a really creative chef back there, just letting him go and do his thing.
What's his name?
Jeffrey Nawrot.
Came from Bare Hands?
He was at Bare Hands for a while, and a few
Okay.
other places before that.
I mean, we've got some food. They've already started doing a little bit, sending us a little bit of food, and I don't know which drink they dropped on us too here. You were talking about the drinks Maggie and Steve were making. I'm not sure which one this is yet. Because it's not the slow and low, I don't think, is it?
Yeah.
Is
it
it?
is, yeah.
Okay, awesome. It's a nice. This is awesome. I already had one of these.
You already had this your second.
If I drink this, do I have to pay for it?
Yes.
No.
Yes. If you sip, you bought it.
Only
Yeah.
if you,
But if I slam it, it's free.
Yes. Oh yeah.
only if you drink Mickey's.
I'm
You have to
actually
pay for
enjoying
it.
the Bare Hands Thai IPA, which is incredible.
Oh, so it's not the double. I knew it was a Thai IPA. I wasn't sure if it was the double or
I
not.
believe it's the Thai PA.
Yep.
Thai PA.
If you're
Thai
nasty.
PA.
The Thai PA.
I tell you what, it's good stuff. Bare Hands is a great place.
Yeah.
I've got the New Holland. What was this
Cabin
one?
Fever?
The Cabin Fever.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's excellent.
Yeah, we've had New Holland on the show a couple times.
Yeah.
a couple. Just a
a
couple.
few.
Like
yeah,
an hour ago.
You guys have a really good selection of craft beers, but you have a more incredible selection of liquors. back
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And normal stuff you can't really, you really don't see.
You got a journeyman. What was the
OCB?
OCB? I saw a new tequila back there I hadn't seen before. I forget.
Cody Rose. You have Cody Rose whiskey
I saw
back there,
Cody
yeah.
Rose whiskey. I mean, there's some good choices there. We'll get Steve on a little bit later
booked-
to go a little through
I
that.
booked the bands.
Yeah, Jeff, and we'll switch over to the bands. We'll get Steve on a little bit later for
Like
the
there are a
liquor.
handful of places when the Stones Throw you can get a craft beer at, but as far as craft Prohibition era cocktails, like
Right.
walk, man, find me one. You can't.
Yeah.
You're going to be
Yeah.
going for a long,
Well, hell,
long while.
get down to Indy. It's hard to find a place in Indy that you can get a Prohibition style cocktail.
Yeah, finding a good mixologist who
Yeah.
understands the science behind it. Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah.
No, I was blown away again. The first time I came in here, Steve, it was like, hey, well, try this. He started making me some drinks. I was like, holy shit, this is incredible, man. And he's like, I'm not even the wizard.
Yeah.
And Maggie, he talked up Maggie so much that, and she'll be here hopefully shortly. He's like, man, she's the wizard back here.
Yeah, before you even got here, he was like, oh, well, Maggie does a better job.
And he's incredible. And
Steve's
I-
doing
I-
well
I-
himself.
Holy
Yeah.
crap, what are you talking about? If she's better than you, you should open up your own bar.
Jeff's here.
sorry,
you talking
Jeff.
about?
My bad.
Yeah, I'm really lucky to have such great people working for me. The bartenders, the chef. Just
You got some
Larry.
awesome people in the couple times I've been here already. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, you gotta love coming to work.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Gotta be.
Hey, wouldn't you guys love coming to work though if there was unlimited alcohol at your
Yeah.
job? Like,
That is a good That's a good
Of course
perk.
he loves coming to work.
Yeah.
Look at that bar over there.
I make turbine engine parts in the morning, so probably not a good idea for me to have beer and wicker, and at
Beer and wicker in
beer
the
and
morning.
Wicker, no,
Wait,
it's
what?
probably not a good idea.
I was gonna say
After work.
I can't go to work without at least a shot or two.
A wicker.
I tell you what, in the morning I would do the evil check.
Static
It's a static
chipmunk,
in the morning.
Holy crap.
Every day. Hell yeah.
This stuff's like orange juice.
Seriously, it was. We had it where it was. It was in the fermenter still, so it wasn't ready to produce.
We got straight out of the fermenter.
I mean,
just
it
out
tasted
of the
like this
big old-
weird, like grapefruit orange juice, like
my
just
God.
I mean, it tastes like orange juice or grapefruit. It was fantastic.
It should be on tap at Vegetable Buddies.
Yeah.
It should be. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
I was gonna say.
So this is your third stop today, right?
no.
Well, it's
third.
second.
No, it is because we stopped
Third
off at
stop.
Indiana Whiskey.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's true,
Brennan,
yeah.
Brennan being a semifinalist, or actually the runner-up of the beard contest,
Yes.
or the
Everyone's
glorious
so
beard.
proud that you
He's
didn't
so-
shave.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Hey, you should see what's in the back of the car. We got an awesome tour at Indiana Whiskey. They got
And-
some
and
good
whiskey.
stuff.
Nice.
He got some good second runner-up prizes or whatever. So
Yeah.
it was worth it.
T-shirt, visor.
And several bottles of whiskey.
That like badass poker visor.
He
You know,
doesn't.
it's green
He,
stuff.
he doesn't get the whiskey bottle a month for the Is it life or a
Lifetime
year?
whiskey,
Well,
yeah.
He didn't win that one.
That's one of those great prizes too, because if you win that, you're not going to live a very long life. Like,
They're expecting your liver to fail.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not expecting 99 years worth
thank
of.
God he only made it. to
Well
38.
played. Well played.
But Jeff, what kind of acts you guys have coming through in the next 2017 first quarter?
What are you
'Cause I know
excited
there's some
for, yeah.
amazing stuff coming through.
Well, New Year's Eve we got Little Ed and the Blues Imperials. That's gonna blow
I
it
saw
out.
that. I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
that on the poster out there.
And Little Ed actually is one of the
Yeah.
acts that used to play here back in the
There
70s.
was like a dude wearing a big red fez or something in the picture.
He's a bit. He's
Is that Little
he puts
Ed?
on a show. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
he's
that's
eccentric.
Little Ed.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. And we got Davey Knowles coming back. We got Anna Popovic's coming in February. A lot of good blues. Let me see who else we got coming in. I really should have a schedule in front of
That's
me.
all right. No, don't worry, man.
we
No,
edit.
man, hey, just start making shit up. Just go for it. Like,
Yeah.
whatever you
Led
want.
Zeppelin will be coming in March. They're going to be our St. Patrick's Day.
Savoy Brown.
Jimi Hendrix will be here in March.
And
Actually,
you know
we're
what?
talking to
February
Savoy
3rd,
Brown about
this
coming
is
in
gonna be
March.
here.
Jeff, this
Really?
is what.
Really?
Yeah. This
Wow.
is
Wait a
what I
minute,
want
time
to hit
out.
on.
I think
Hold
you
on.
all. I think you all missed that.
No,
did.
I didn't. This is what I
What?
hit on. Is,
Yeah.
You heard me talking to Ryan.
I want to hit. I'm going to start a campaign on our page. We got to get Savoy Brown here.
Savoy
because
Brown.
holy shit.
Oh yeah.
They want to come in March on like a Wednesday. I'm still trying to iron it out
On a
with
Wednesday?
them.
On
a
Yeah,
Wednesday?
I want them
Holy
on a
moly.
weekend, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to pull it off. It's a
Wednesday.
Savoy Brown. It's like we could get them in there on Wednesday. It's like,
I'll take it.
I think we're probably going to do it, but I haven't confirmed it yet. So
Holy moly.
watch the website.
Dude. And yeah, you gotta
You
you
killed
gotta
me
watch
on
the
a
website.
Wednesday. Yeah.
But a Wednesday is harsh, man.
Who cares? I'll be here.
Well, yeah.
Who cares? I'll be here.
I think they got a lot of fans up here that'll come out. you
And,
know.
Oh, yeah.
It's
They haven't
amazing.
played in the area in a long time. you
I'll,
know.
I'll tell you what. If you haven't seen Davey Knowles, I just seen him there a few weekends ago. He was here. Man, he's
He's my new
incredible.
favorite. That
Holy
guy is
shit.
amazing.
Amazing. The whole, not just him. Amazing guitar player. That band is phenomenal.
Yeah.
To keep, I mean, that weekend, JJ Clark.
J.R. Clark.
Holy shit,
yep.
that was amazing. Two great keyboardists that weekend.
Yep.
Was just fantastic. Both nights was just dynamite. Dynamite.
JR
It
was
was
just
awesome.
at the bar buying tickets for New Year's Eve. He's going to be down here.
Nice.
So he'll
Wow,
probably, be,
yeah.
he'll probably
Awesome.
be sitting in, I'm sure.
As kind of a my musical expansion is or my musical kind of repertoire and all that is not as broad as like Brendan or his brother Ryan. Those guys have been they go all over across the place. I will say I am surprised at the level of the caliber of the musicians that want to come through South Bend, and it's not an insult, but
Yeah.
it's South Bend, Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like why it doesn't seem like a mecca of that, but you still pull in the ass.
I think Warren just wanted to stab
and it's
you
awesome.
a little bit.
Well, he might have wanted to. That's fine. I haven't. I
was trying to signal for another drink over there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But no.
I mean, I was born. I grew up in Indianapolis, Irvington area, but I left for like 20 years, and so. But I mean, I'm continually impressed by the caliber of the acts that come through South Bend and all that. It's awesome.
Yeah, touring bands are hard-working people, man. They're
Warren, you can
crossing
shoot
the
at me.
country
Gotta make
several
that money,
times
right?
over,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, it's like they're looking for
It's
places
awesome.
to play, and you know, and like you said, we're kind of halfway to everywhere.
You know, they're
in the
they're
middle of
guaranteed-
nowhere,
yeah,
but
they're-
halfway to everywhere.
They're guaranteed weekends, but
Yeah.
let's pick up another show through the week. Let's make some more money, you know?
And he pays in cocaine, so
That's
That's
everybody
a rumor.
stops for the devil's dandruff. You know?
That's a rumor, a legend. It's not true.
that's a rumor.
That was in the
legend.
7. That was before it got.
I was gonna say, do you think the original owners would stop by each other's place like, hey, everything's just tip top. The only thing that's missing is the 1978 ski hill of blow in the back.
Yeah, I know. Or the mound of blow on each table.
Here, you pull the silver lid. You're like, hello, welcome to Vegetable Buddies.
And the obvious aroma of
Yeah, do you think Lilette's going to show up and
Yeah.
be like, hey, this place is great, but when I was here the last time,
yeah.
When did so it closed down for a while? I mean, how long was it running before? Then it stopped, and then you brought it back up.
It was open from 76 to 80, not a
Not a
really
long
long
time.
time considering the number of people that you
Came through.
you could rattle off that
Yeah.
came through here. But
what gave you the idea to do this? I mean,
Well-
out of all the, like, you obviously had a plan, you had some capital, and you could have done a litany of things, but why did you say, I need to bring blues back to downtown South Bend? Because what?
because I love music, the whole thing that got me into it was I'm gonna do a music venue, and I'm looking for the right spot to do it, and serendipity, it's like this is the spot.
That's awesome.
And I didn't even really, wasn't looking at it because it was the old Vegetable Buddies. I kind of knew in the back of my mind that, Vegetable Buddies was right here on this block. And it's like, so, I got this building and it was actually the old Vegetable Buddies. And I still wasn't really even sure I was going to call it Vegetable Buddies. It's kind of a leap, to Vegetable Buddies. I'm not sure, even though I know it, I wasn't sure. But the more I talked about it with people, it was like obvious that
you had to, yeah.
it was so it was right here. You can kind of feel the vibe, even though it looks totally different than it did back in the 70s, because it was a trios jazz club for a while before I got it. So it's got that.
Probably a lot more smoke back then.
Yeah, a lot. And
A
there
lot of
was
all kinds of smoke and
it was old barnwood back in the day, and I'll go back to the legend of the name, I guess, since I bring up barnwood. So the whole place is done in barnwood. And apparently the story goes, they pull out one of the boards, and it says
it's
Vegetable
drugs.
Buddies.
It's drugs. Oh.
It says vegetable, probably like at a farmer's market or whatever, from some barn. And they're all Zappa heads back then in the 70s, probably really stoned, and just Vegetable Buddies. And then
Rutabaga?
and then there's the Zappa song Calling All Vegetables. So that's where, so you put the two
Okay.
together, and then they at some point threw names in a hat. That was one of them. Pulled it out. Vegetable
The
Buddies.
Stoners one.
yeah.
The Stoners.
Well, when Brendan mentioned it
The
first,
Zappa
he was like,
heads.
"Hey, we need to go over to Vegetable Buddies." I'm like, "What the fuck is a Vegetable Buddy?" I think he actually said it in the shorthand. It was, "Let's go over to Veggie Buddies." I'm like, "The fuck is Veggie Buddies?"
That doesn't sound right for some reason.
Well,
It's
there's
Vegetable Buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Veggie Buddies.
because I think there was like a cartoon,
Yeah.
kids cartoon show with a bunch of
VeggieTales or
Veggie Tales.
something.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
When this
I've got
place
kids.
opened and like the news went out over South Bend, I'm thinking, all right, at the time, my wife and I were vegans. We were like, fuck, pay dirt, here we go. Like, we weren't here when it originally opened, and I thought this is going to be it. We're going to go downtown. We're going to get fat. We're going to get happy, and then we found out it's a bar and a music venue, and I thought, I mean, we could still go, but I got to be honest. I was going to walk in. I thought it was going to be salad bar, like all the way around.
couscous everywhere.
Socks and sandals.
Birkenstocks.
Did you just make up a word, couscous?
No, couscous is
No,
a food.
That's a word.
It's okay there, Mr.
That's weird.
Yeah, no, couscous is like vegetarian stuff too.
Vegetarian shit? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
You-
know.
yeah, you don't know that.
I don't
He
get
has no clue. It is awful, but you don't need to know that.
Is that like a brisket?
Right. I can't imagine it's like a brisket.
Is there bacon in couscous?
No.
Well, then you're doing it
Never
wrong.
I think that's illegal. I think that's illegal for couscous.
Warren's not laughing. So,
I was just saying, can I eat one of those? I mean,
Yeah, go.
All right. What
Well,
is this?
they're giving us food. We're gonna get the Steve, and hopefully we might get the chef on a little bit later to tell us. I have no clue what they gave us right now.
it was delicious. I can tell you that much.
What's some
Jeff can tell us. I mean,
chef? What is
that is a
it's an egg roll or
an egg roll, a shrimp curry.
oh, it was
sort
a
of.
shrimp curry egg roll.
Yeah.
Yes, and they served the low and slow drink with that.
Right.
They were pairing
And
that with the low and slow.
and it's amazing.
It is awesome.
And
It was really
again, you're coming here for this is an incredible music venue with great blues, great jazz, awesome craft beer, cocktails, and great food. And you guys care a lot about everything here.
Well, even the stage. Look, I mean, they've
Yeah.
got proper rigging for whatever lights and everything they want. Bands are setting up right now. It's a proper stage. It's not a just a little corner raised level thing. You've got proper lights, proper rigging, everything.
Yeah, it's a venue.
It is
Actually, where
awesome.
we're sitting is the old stage from the old incarnation.
Oh, was it?
of-
Oh, really?
Of not vegetable based trio. I mean, and it was like, no, this won't do.
No.
I mean this is small.
It needs to be center stage, and it
Yeah.
is center stage.
It's center stage. You could put P Funk or the Allman Brothers up there. It's
and all the tables are around it. Everybody's getting a good, solid view of the stage and the sound and everything coming right at them. It's not right in the corner, and some of them can't hear over here, some can't hear over here. It's awesome.
The music's not an afterthought like almost everywhere else you go to.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
thank you. It's always
How hard is it to put something like this together? Because the sound equipment costs you buku bucks, but then to sit here and have to engineer everything so acoustically, this is a fantastic place to play. That seems like one of those things that once you get into it, you'd think, you know what, I don't want to do this after all. It's too much work. Forget about it.
Well, I've got an audio engineering background too.
awesome.
But
Huge nerd.
huge nerd. I'm more of a recording guy, but I've got buddies who have been doing live sound. They work here full time. Known them all my life. We're all. It's almost like a family thing. My friends are live sound freaks. And
How much?
it's done right.
How much is it? How much of it is yours? Because I know I see like a board and stuff back here that maybe you use, but how much of it is yours versus what the band brings in?
The old PA and light show is
all yours.
Is the bars, and
Okay.
they bring their own instruments.
Any other, but all the speakers, everything's all yours. They
Yeah.
don't bring any Okay.
No,
So it all wires in, and you've usually got a sound engineer back here over by the bar.
Yep.
I see over there. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm pointing on the radio. I know
We got
it's kind of retarded.
We got a crew. We got a crew that no matter what caliber band comes in here, they're taken care of like in a
yeah.
professional way.
And that's awesome. I mean, we have a lot of friends who do that. We got a buddy, Nick Wangler.
Yeah.
He does open stage for a couple places I do, and he always goes above and beyond.
It's a tough job.
It's a tough job, but
Thankless most of the time.
It
It's a
is,
tough job.
but I mean, you should see this. I mean, some of the spread he puts out as far as the engineering and the speakers, and he's got digital stuff. He's on his iPad the whole time.
Yeah.
For open stage stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, he will produce an open stage thing like he's producing a show like this,
Yeah.
and that's great. I mean, the love for the music and that being a center focus is just awesome.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Well, and I seen the passion from the guys working here. The first time I walked in, the guys behind the bar, Steve and Maggie, they love this place, which is very cool, man. I mean, they really loved it, and they're like, shit, yeah, you guys came here and do a show. I mean, they were really into it. So, like you said, you want your people to want to work here. You want them to love being here.
Yeah.
And
I'm
they
really
do.
lucky that people I have working here.
And the sound is incredible. I've seen so many different acts here already, and just the few times I've been here, everyone's been really different. I've seen Kofi Baker here, who was amazing. That was an amazing show.
Yeah.
He tore up that fucking stage. Desmond Jones, I know the last time they were here, they really did a killer job. They were here tonight as well, but all the music acts do well, and but again, you have to give it to your sound engineer for doing such a good job of it.
Well, I mean, go ahead.
And going back to sound nerdery, like, know, news travels fast with bands that play circuits.
Yeah.
So if this place is a fun place, a nice place, but they have a shitty sound system,
who cares?
That's gonna get out. But if you spent the money and you and all your nerd friends did it right, and it sounds amazing to the audience, but it sounds amazing on stage, then word gets out like, hey, you're gonna sound fantastic. Get up there and just melt faces.
I've heard. I've been to so many. I've been to places that, and it's ear piercing because they can't figure out the treble, the bass. Everything's wrong. Yeah. It's bouncing all over the place, and your ears just kind of, even if the band is playing good, and the venue is horrible. Nobody. Yeah, it's just, you lose that.
Those kind of places are my inspiration. Really.
Yeah.
It's like
I do not want to be like those people.
I love music, and I really don't know where to go to see it.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, you got to travel.
Yeah.
Great distances.
Are you a blues fanatic? Is that what
no, not necessarily. I love
music
everything
in general?
blues, and I'm really kind of a jam band guy. I like
really?
Jam music.
Huge nerd.
I love jam. I love the Grateful Dead.
Corn.
Humphrey McGree and
Humphreys. I wish I could get
Widespread.
those guys in there. Widespread.
I wish I could get those guys in there.
Yeah. But
you're not getting the Grateful Dead in. I don't think the Grateful Dead's coming in.
No, not even in their lesser incarnations.
I think they're gone, right? Aren't they all dead?
No. John Mayer's fronting them now.
Oh shit! What?
John Mayer?
Are you shitting me?
The Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Now.
So
it's a big deal.
Yes.
Time out.
So
Wait
yes,
a
they
minute.
are.
They
all
are
dead.
all dead. Yes.
Yeah.
Next
generation.
Like a Planet Drum or something like that.
I don't know. If I just heard John Mayer and the Grateful Dead, that's
It's
just
horrible.
awful.
I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
No. John Mayer's a
Shut up.
Shut
the fuck up.
You shut up. John Mayer is a fantastic guitar player.
He's never been cooler than right now.
But
he's with
yeah,
the
He's
Grateful
still
Dead.
not cool.
Have you ever
No.
Wikipedia the people that man has slept with?
John Mayer?
Oh yes.
It is
Oh,
like
yeah.
a who's who spank bank of the last 15 years.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
slept with him.
Anybody who's hot, he like.
Yes.
And he got them at their hottest. It wasn't like fat over the hill Lindsay Lohan. It was like
It was
2004.
What's her
I
name?
mean, he got me
Rachel. What's her name? God damn it! From Friends. What's her name?
Jennifer
her real
Aniston.
name. Yes.
He got me when I was
but
19
she's-
and a half.
But she's good now. Jennifer Aniston's good now. She's been good for 20 years. Shut up.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
I mean, I think that was a good joke.
Kicked
I
her to the curb too. It's
it's
like
okay. Yes, Cowboy slept with him when he was 19.
and a half.
That was
in your prime.
That was the best be a gym class you ever got.
It was. It's fantastic.
But anyways, the blues is just heavy in this area.
Hey, look at him steer
it's
things
like
back around.
And bring it around.
Music
Good job,
again.
Jeff.
there's a lot of great blues in the area.
There is.
And they're amazing players, and they really want a place to play. And we get like last night was reggae.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, last night you had a
tonight's
big
jam
reggae
band
thing.
from Grand Rapids.
We
Justin Jones,
witnessed a guy come in
it's
earlier
mixed up.
today that forgot his jacket
He
last
had
night.
such a good night last night. He forgot his jacket.
That happens a lot. And you know what? The jacket's always here. Like last weekend, somebody forgot their jacket and purse and cigarettes and everything.
At this
And
point,
my wife was here,
They were,
huh?
sit-
I think
they
that
were
was
sitting
Ryan.
right there at the table where they left them. It's
Ryan
like,
forgot his purse here.
Yeah. And the smokes, his Virginia Slims.
His tampons were in there.
Oh my goodness!
oh no, crisis.
He had to pay for him in the restroom like a savage. Sanitary napkins.
I don't think we can't not talk about this because there was just a plate of them in front of us. These egg rolls. I mean, I know we touched base on them
A
earlier.
little bit. Oh, yeah, the curry egg rolls. Oh
we
my
didn't
God.
talk enough about them. They were
No.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Those
they
were
really
really
were.
good.
We need a menu.
I think he just gave us some Jägermeister, though.
No,
No,
it's not Jaeger.
This is
All right, so this was another beer he was going to pair with the egg rolls.
yeah, this is fun. This is from Perrin up in Comstock Park in
Yeah.
Michigan.
PBC, yeah.
It's no rules, and it's the Walter Sobchak Big Lebowski character on the front of it because there are no rules. But it's a 16% alcohol by volume.
It is a
Holy
Vietnamese porter.
Vietnamese.
I have
coffee
never
porter.
heard of a Vietnamese porter.
Well, they
yeah.
just started distributing down here in Indiana, and they kind of roll out no rules as a welcome to the area. So you can't just go and buy this right now.
No.
We're doing rice alcohol, but no rules.
Yeah, it's like 16.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
16,
No,
18
Steve-
bucks a bottle.
Well, no, Steve was saying it's
It's no joke.
he went and got this bottle. It's not just available.
No, it's and I got a couple of these to put in the cellar, but
It's a little sweet.
that coffee.
It's
sweet
good.
and strong,
It
like
is.
you.
Yeah, like just like me.
Yeah,
It is. It's a little sweet, and it's definitely strong.
it's in a shot
it's
glass.
delicious, but it is.
I'm not sure if he served it in a shot glass because it was so powerful.
But 16%.
He only had one bottle.
No, it is that rice alcohol. I mean, it's real.
Wait, you said 16%?
Yeah, well,
It's
yeah.
like
shit.
it's like 15 something. Yeah.
Yeah, anything over 12 is just stupid.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, so
But it's delicious. But it is sweet.
If you've heard the show before, at least from me, anything over 10% starts to get
Syrupy.
chewy and syrupy, and it's actually pretty good. It's I've had some like some Dogfish Head. The Dogfish Head 120, and they had a new one out, a stout or a port. Was it a stout or a porter?
The worldwide stout.
the worldwide stout, yeah.
It's just too much.
Yeah, I'm not a big
for
fan.
me. It's just the high gravity alcohol, the high gravity beers.
Those beers are a really good time. They taste great, but you feel like, and this is why like I have a bunch, but I don't drink them very often. Is you feel like, okay, I can't read, I can't go do that. I have to sit down and just sit here and ponder this beer as I drink it because it's so sweet and complex.
I feel like I need a French toast stick
and
right now.
Yeah, and sometimes you just want to,
Yeah.
get loaded.
Yeah. Yeah, without having to think about the beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you can easily do with this. I mean,
Oh yeah, two beers into this, and you're gonna be like, what did I do?
And it's good, and they'll only sell you 2 anywhere in Indiana. You go,
Yeah.
nope, no, limit for you. 9 are
Which
sitting
it should
here,
be, yeah.
but no.
I don't care how fat you are, you only get 2. No, this is a really solid beer. I mean, it's really
It's different. I'm sorry. I'm not going to call it solid. It's
No,
different.
I do. I think it's a really killer beer. It's a sweet. It's really really sweet. Almost
sweet.
compared to a hazelnut beer.
I tell you what, we had the Arcadia ales. Warren, I don't know if you had the Arcadia yet. They had their barrel aged. There's a couple of them.
Yeah,
there's a.
I grew up
Again, it was.
Are you talking about the Arcadia from Battle Creek?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up
Yeah.
like right between.
Have you had their?
I grew up right
barrel?
between Arcadia and Bell's, so like we got all the good stuff. But I haven't had their. I didn't know they had a barrel aged series.
Yes, it's amazing.
because they just opened a brewery and shop down in Kalamazoo.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not. It's actually like 3/4 of a mile walk from Bell's front door.
Oh, wow. They're making run for the money because I love Bell. I mean, I grew up with Bell, so did you.
Yeah, yeah.
But Arcadia, I think, is making some incredible beer.
Oh, I've had a
They-
couple
they
of those.
are.
Yeah, they're really good.
They make some great
Yeah,
beer.
yeah.
I mean,
We
they do.
Monon.
Yeah.
He brought us
the guy
the
from
barrel
Monon
aged.
brought us He brought us the barrel aged Arcadia. Yeah, it was awesome.
I didn't know they were doing barrel aged
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Like barrel aged stuff is really good, but you run the problem, and we were talking about this
Too
earlier.
much.
Like
We barrel aged it a little too long.
you buy it and you pay out the nose for it. Like this is $16 a bottle.
Right.
So your first instinct is I want to try it, but then you're like, well, if I want to get the most out of this, I need to put it in the basement for another 6-8 months,
Yeah,
a
right.
year, 2 years.
Yeah.
So like sometimes you just want to get after it. So you buy.
Yeah.
That's why you buy 2.
You
Oh,
buy
no, it
two.
makes sense,
Yeah,
yeah.
you buy 2.
Wrong one, say it the other. I got you.
But no, I mean this is really really sweet. I almost want it in like a bread or something.
It's
Well,
a little
and-
too sweet.
And
for me.
it's,
Yeah,
it's an
yeah.
imperial porter. It's not an imperial stout, so that might be a reason why it's a little bit thicker than we're used
It
to.
is, but-
no, the porter should be thinner than the stout, and it's
This is
as
a-
thick as a stout right
And
now.
I think this is Vietnamese, so I think it's made with rice, which means it's going to be sweeter anyway.
Hey, did he say
why you
Vietnamese?
gotta be?
It's awful.
Ow.
Hey man,
We'll
my
edit-
dad was in Vietnam.
We'll edit that out.
Are we really?
It's not that kind of show, cowboy.
I wasn't trying to be a racist motherfucker.
It is coconut and turbinado sugar, then laid down and aged in bourbon barrels for several months with a classic film reference weaved into the label art. We hope you enjoy this product. Sorry, I was reading the label.
No, I mean, I really do think it's killer.
There's a lot of sugar.
It's really, really sweet. This is almost a dessert beer.
Okay, yes, I'm good with that. It is
Yeah.
it is a dessert beer in small, in like a 5
I mean,
ounce pour.
Like I said, if you could have this with like a coffee cake or something like that,
Tiramisu.
tiramisu, yeah.
Where the fuck are you eating
Hey,
at?
what are you guys, fat ladies at Ruby Tuesdays in the middle of the
Thank
day?
you,
Like,
thank you, Warren.
Time
Jesus
out.
Christ.
who eats dessert, man?
Time out.
Oh, girl,
Hey,
we're
hey,
being
Jeff.
bad today for this dessert.
I thought dessert.
Ooh.
I thought dessert beers
Just a half
meant
a piece.
beers you drank instead of dessert.
Yes,
I didn't know it was
yes,
with dessert.
No.
No.
Time out.
No,
yes,
just-
I am a fat guy.
Yeah.
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 I want the beer
Apparently you're
and
a
the
fat,
cake.
Apparently you're a fat old lady.
What beer goes with cake?
I know you're some weird vegetarian.
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
I'm a fat guy too, but like when you're at a restaurant,
No, but you're not.
and you're fat and you're a guy, and the woman looks at you and says, "Would you like dessert?" You're almost like fuck you, lady. Of course I do not want dessert, because everybody in this restaurant thinks I'm going to get dessert. Like, oh, look at that guy, he's gonna get dessert.
That fat guy's getting dessert.
Oh, yeah.
What's
No,
your
no.
largest dessert?
Yeah, gotta have a piece of cake after his Monte Cristo. You fat ass.
What kind of pie do you have? No, not just a piece of pie. What kind of pie do you have? I want a pie.
So I don't do dessert because I think that everyone's looking at me and they're all like, of course.
No, they don't look at you.
That's why he's wearing elastic waisted pants to this restaurant at 4 PM on a
You-
Thursday. eating
I'm
banana
going to
cream
the
pie.
Dairy Queen drive-thru where they don't judge.
No, they do not at all. They don't care.
Warren a plate of snap peas.
No, Warren
With some
weighs
whipped
like
cream?
Warren weighs like 2 even. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I'm fat."
Hey, I'm 255 pounds.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
shit.
I remember 255 back in 4th grade.
I used to be. There's a video of me on YouTube cage fighting at 356 pounds.
Really? No shit.
Yeah, no, we'll wait while you look for that.
I think I may have to actually look for that. Holy crap.
No, but like when you're that fat,
You were a cage fighter?
No, I cage fought once. It doesn't make you a cage fighter. The last thing I did before I went in the octagon and got taped up was I went outside really quick and smoked cigarettes. And no, it was a stupid radio promotion, but I was at Wings Stadium. I cage fought center ice Wings Stadium about 10 years ago, and it was almost a sellout crowd. The place was huge, but it was literally one of the stupidest things I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah.
You know what's scary as shit when they close the cage?
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. You're just kind of like,
You're done. You
holy
can't-
shit, I can't get out.
Can't turn
I'm
back.
getting my ass kicked tonight. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun.
He had his
Yeah.
way with me. It was
Was there like a contest of how many minutes you could last in the octagon?
no,
And
it was so
then-
stupid. It was a.
I know radio. I worked in radio for a couple of years, and I know some of those contests.
Then you'll
so-
know why it's one of those douchey like sales guys. Like, I got an idea.
Oh, fuck
This
yeah.
promoter wants to move a shit.
Jesus.
ton of
I
tickets.
hate you.
So why don't you and the afternoon guy fight?
Yeah.
And it's going to be great for everybody. And
Yeah.
you're 356 pounds. You smoke 2.5 packs
Yeah.
a day, and you know.
Just can't lose.
I did one in Arizona for the Phoenix Coyotes, and the contest was, just grab someone from the crowd, and they got to, knock the puck into the net. But I had to build this huge poster thing, and the hole for the actual puck to get into was literally 2 millimeters wider than a legal puck, and everybody, I put this big thing in front of the net, the hockey net, and you just heard everybody just start booing. I'm sitting there out. I'm just a promotion guy, man. I'm the guy who drives the van and running promotions.
And that's
shit.
even worse because
Nobody won the $10 million prize
No, they
that
did
day.
not. Yeah, no, it was like $20,000 to get it through, but the hole was literally 2 millimeters wider than an actual puck.
Worse than the fair.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like an old lady who actually did that?
I think somebody did it.
I
but,
think an
but
old lady did
It was
it.
so
I-
embarrassing to be out there, though, because you're just feeling the crowd
Man, how
go
the fuck
boo.
do you think that I felt
Oh,
going
I
out
know.
there? Like all these people, like Wings Stadium held like 5,000 people.
yeah.
The place was almost sold out. And I'm like, yes, this is going to be great. Like my mom and dad were there, and there they see their 26-year-old son, titties out, flopping like 356 pounds. I'm gonna fight, and
so proud.
smoking. And like it was.
Oh, yeah.
One of the, and somebody put it on YouTube, and I have no idea who it is, and I can't get it off. So like I could run for president in 40 years, and they'll be like,
Hey.
Mr. Kluck, is there a video of your boobs flopping all over the
Hey,
place?
it don't
in
matter
Cajun?
now. Hey, it don't matter now.
That
we
could-
won't go into politics right now.
That could be
Anybody
that
can be
could be a
president.
winner
Did you
for
guys
you.
hear that Donald Trump got elected? Can you believe that?
What?
I was not going there. I said
I was-
anybody can be president.
thought that was a
Like,
bad
I didn't mean to
dream.
derail, but yeah, that
The
was
guy
that
from the
was terrible.
WWF?
The WWF Hall of Famer.
No, the lady.
That
from,
guy?
No, the lady from WWF who runs it is now the
But Donald Trump's at the WWF
one of his cabinet
Hall
members.
Of Fame.
Yeah, he is.
Are you
Fucking
kidding me?
hilarious.
No, he's
He
being
appeared-
truthful.
Yeah, he was at WrestleMania.
Seriously,
Oh my god.
the person.
I don't even want. Not even want to
No,
hear. it.
time out. Hang on. Listen. The person that is in charge of small business for Donald Trump is actually Vince McMahon's wife.
Yes, and she's a cabinet member now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He's
saying. yeah.
nominated for a cabinet post.
Linda McMahon.
Yes,
Yeah.
Homeland Security.
probably.
Could you imagine though? But if they start doing like intro
No,
music,
no,
like
small
in the
business.
Senate, like here comes the rock. Oh, and like, the music just goes up every time a congressman enters the hall of Congress. You're like, oh.
I just feel like Jock Jams is going to be playing all the time in Congress now.
Yeah, whatever the guy is that wrote Sandstorm is going to be getting a fat check because his anthem goes on. Yeah. Oh my God, it's the Zombie Nation remix. Oh!
Hi, this is Kelly from 18th Street Brewery, and you are listening to Blind Pig Confessions.
I'm Busey.
This is Chili from Dos Ringos. You're listening to Blind Pig Confession.
Woo!
Wow, we are tangent off. We are way off here and way over the fuck here.
So Veggie Buddies, yeah.
Let's bring it back to the Veggie Buddies.
Vegetable.
Vegetable buddies.
Does that okay? Let's ask this. Does that piss you off when you hear Veggie Buddies?
No, nothing makes me mad.
Okay.
Ever.
Well, because I mean, that is kind of a faux pas. It's not Veggie Buddies. It's
vegetable buddies.
But that's
I like it when the reggae guys say vegetable buddies, man.
Like there's like 8 extra syllables in that one.
Yeah.
Bomba clot, Lord of mercy.
It's true. That's how they do it.
I live right near the beach.
Thank you, vegetable buddies, for having us here tonight.
Hey, at least they got proper grammar.
That's better than mine. Actually.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, our buddy Rich Hardesty is gonna be in. He recorded an album in Jamaica, and he'll be playing there in March.
Yeah.
And they're all invited. He's still trying to get people to go out there and see him play. It's
In Jamaica?
Yeah, it's probably
Oh,
sold
I'll
out by
record
now,
in
but
I'll record in Jamaica.
I think we should go.
It's going to be a really
yeah. Let's find somebody to sponsor that trip.
It's going to be a really slow show.
Maybe Visual Buddies wants to sponsor us to go to Jamaica.
maybe Warren will sponsor that one. Yeah.
Now let's talk to Stryker.
You guys can go as far as you want at $80. That's how much I've got. That could get you to Michigan City and a halfway decent Red Roof Inn.
There's a really cool festival in Peru, I heard. Obviously, everybody knows Warren up here. Everyone knows Warren and Jason Lee, but you gotta actually have a beer show, which is why we wanted.
I mean, I think everybody knows Jason, but Warren is kind of like secondary.
We asked Jason to be here, but Jason said, "Fuck off."
No, Jason's got something I don't have, and that's 3 kids. I've got no kids, no responsibilities.
None that you know of.
I envy him more now than.
Oh my God, I'm so sterile.
At least none that you're legally responsible for.
Right. We got an idea at work one day, and we were looking for something because sometimes Sundays on radio can be kind of like a wasteland where you play your public service announcements.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, it is from like midnight to 4 a.m. It's nothing but public service announcements.
We were looking for something to do that didn't take a ton of work, but also was kind of fun. And there's not a craft beer show on the air in the area that we could think of. We haven't been able to find one. So we thought, let's do it, man. And
so you jocked off our style. It's all right.
Yeah, dude, it's been a great way to get. to like, hey, it's been. I don't know if you guys have had the same success we've had, but you can just take a local brewer by the throat, and be like, "Come on our show and give us all the fucking free sweet beer you have."
No, we don't have that kind of power yet.
Really? Because somebody walked before you. Were you Indiana whiskey getting
free whiskey?
Free whiskey.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's actually been all right.
And a free tour, and a free and several free samples of the
Yeah.
whiskey they don't give to other people.
Right.
I mean, it's got its perks. Yeah.
So we thought the same thing. We're like, how can we do this? And,
How can we exploit this?
Like, we're making $0 extra, but the beer we've gotten has been pretty fantastic.
Fantastic.
Usually the radio stations though don't take them and don't rely on the morning show to worry about the weekend show.
Well, Warren, I think you're doing.
Oh, they work us like crazy.
Are you shitting me?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like nuts.
But you're doing the same reason we are. Is you love beer.
love it.
We love
It's
craft
awesome.
beer. It's because there's
I love the movement.
And it's been a huge educator because when we first started doing the show, it was about like 80 weeks ago-ish. I think we just did 85.
holy shit.
Wow. About as long as we've been doing it.
Well, I thought it was a huge craft beer douchebag, and I
You are?
realized
It's okay.
that I had so much more to learn as a craft beer douchebag.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been able to, when you sit down every week and you have a couple-hour conversation about craft beer, you start to learn, you learn a ton, man. You learn a ton, and you learn about, and we're on the cusp of releases, and it doesn't pull me shit for Three Floyds Dark Lord Day, but I'm getting there. Hopefully
I'm
someday.
getting there, yeah.
Well, these guys have been doing it for like a year before even I joined, and I'm still learning.
How'd you get drafted into this?
I have money.
Yeah.
You see all this fancy equipment here?
I do. That's nicer than your radio station equipment. Better watch your bag after this.
No,
man.
no. These are a lot of my best friends.
Oh, all
I'd gone on a couple of the early shows and stuff, and we had previous podcasts.
Yeah. But it's a fun way to sit back and look at you guys. You're three dudes that are now getting the VIP stud treatment that only artists get. Maybe not even some of the artists at Vegetable Buddies. Beers being rolled out, pairings, food. Somebody ran out and got you beer that's not served on tap anywhere in the state and brought it here. Like that's why
Jeff's
we did the
hanging
beer
out
show.
with us. And it's awesome.
The world-class band here tonight's got a trough full of PBR and Budweiser in the back.
You just said
for 'em, you know.
PBR. You just said Brendan's favorite.
Time out.
You just said Brendan's favorite 3 letters.
I'm in love.
Yeah, but wait a minute. You said
We treat them right.
You said a trough full.
Yeah.
Trough.
I'm really fucking excited now.
I'm kind of excited.
It's
Even
back.
I don't
It's
drink a
back
lot of PBR, but if there's a trough full of PBR, I'm
drink a
good.
couple.
That's how
Pigs-
we roll for the bands when they come in.
Pigs
we treat
love
'em right.
troughs. You
So
gotta say pigs love troughs.
That's funny. The longer we get down to this beer show thing, the more I can look down my nose at beers like PBR.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm okay with PBR. PBR has a.
Dude,
I'll look down my nose at Bud
I
Light.
used to be able to just whiz through a case of Coors Light, no problem. But
course. Can't now.
Since I started like the pair and no rules, and like even like too hard is a standby now. Like you go back to the beers you used to drink. I had a case of Coors Light, a case last 3 months in my refrigerator because I had other things to drink. And finally, like you get to the end, you're like
fuck, I need a drink, but god damn it, there's only Coors.
No, and that's true. I mean, I love PBR, and I get down mowing the lawn, I'm gonna have PBR. But when I get in the fridge at night, I see a PBR, I'm like, oh wait, there's a Founders I haven't had yet. I'm picking that one because I'm gonna keep trying the crab beer that I haven't had.
But
yet.
there's still it's good to have some of those staples that some of the bars haven't figured out yet. You know, they don't have a lot of choices, so PBR is actually. I would actually take a PBR or even an old style over nowadays a Miller Lite or a Bud Light. I would never. Oh, I hate Bud Light, but Miller. I was big into Miller products enough for a while there, but I'd grab a PBR like an old style or something now before I would.
Hey, how hard did you fangirl on Miller Lite when they came out with a retro logo?
Not at all.
I did. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't give one shit about Miller Lite until that retro throwback logo came out.
Oh, yeah.
And suddenly I'm like, I gotta have the golf bag. I'm gonna buy a case of these because this is what my dad drank.
Oh,
And like,
I mean,
this pairs well with a cigarette. Like,
So my grandma, God, I love that
What are
woman.
we talking about? Grandma's name?
we all do.
She used to take me to the liquor store, and I'd go stand in line, pick out her lottery tickets, while she went and got the beer and bring it up to the front line.
Well, I took care of her.
Well, there you go, because you're a grandpa. But she would
All right,
bring Miller
son.
Lite.
All right, son.
But she would also bring little. I mean, they were like 3-ounce bottles of Miller Lite.
What? Where the hell you get a 3-ounce bottle of Miller Lite?
I shit you not, and that's what she gave.
It's like those little shot glasses.
Yeah, that's what she gave the grandkids because she would tell the grandkids to go get her a beer. Well, when we'd pop the top on it to give it to Grandma, we would all sip it. Well, she didn't want us sipping her beer, so she got us our own 3-ounce little bottles of
Your
beer.
grandma was giving you beer?
Oh yeah.
making this shit up?
No, I'm not.
He is
You have an
so
awesome
making this
grandma.
No, I'm not shitting you.
I actually don't. I believe him because I believe him.
This
because
is the God's honest truth, and I would pick out my own lottery tickets.
I love your grandma.
Yeah.
My grandma sucks.
Yeah. Oh, my grandma
You
used
got
to.
beer, lottery tickets. Like I was a fucking Slurpee, $5 on my birthday, and a pack
Some
of
hard
M&Ms.
candies out of the corner.
All my grandma used to do was make me like go to sleep and clean the house
Nope.
and clean out her fucking shoe spit cup or whatever. It's
No.
like, fuck,
And actually,
Grandma?
Your grandma
Actually-
dipped. You guys are the hardest core grandmothers.
Yeah. What
Oh,
the
my-
Brendan,
my
what
grandma-
What did your grandma do? Heroin?
grandma was
No,
a-
my grandma chewed snuff.
Heroin
You
was
know
a
what
chic-
snuff is?
Oh,
My
when you
grandma
stuck-
chewed snuff. No, chewed it and like
Blech.
not tobacco, snuff from the age of 14 till she died at 85 and never had cancer, nothing. But there was always this nasty fucking spit cup in her fucking house. It
My
was
dad
awful.
swallowed Levi Garrett.
Oh,
For like 20 years. He smoked. My mom said you gotta quit smoking. So in the 80s, he tried to go to he tried to get out smoking, and so he started chewing, but he was in all the
Swallow
time,
it?
and
He swallowed
and he
it?
has no cancer or nothing. He swallowed that shit for 20 years.
I know. I've met your dad.
And
Are you shitting me?
Now he's on to Jolly Ranchers. But for 20 years. No, it's true. But for
Gateway
20
drug.
years.
Those will kill him. Those will get him.
No, that's what's probably going to happen.
He's going to get diabetes and his foot's going to fall
He
off.
does. No, and that's no
and
joke.
that's
He
why
has
he's got
diabetes now?
He has diabetes now.
That's
hilarious.
That's why they're the greatest generation. You could swallow Levi Garrett, give your kids Miller Lite, buy them scratch-off pull tab tickets.
My grandma chewed snuff for like 70 years and she didn't get cancer, nothing. She just died of old age.
She give you a big kiss. She's like, come over here.
Oh, it was awful.
Get a
It was,
couple of
yes.
little
Oh, my
bit
God.
of
a little bit of.
Man, we are such pussies. To us, boys.
We are.
No
we
shit.
are. Those people, they were hardcore.
The softest generation. Right
No,
there.
we are. Yeah.
No, I think
the
God,
next
almost every
generation
day,
is going to be the softest generation, I think. I think we're middle of the road.
Every time I think that, oh God, the Wi-Fi here sucks. I can't upload this Instagram picture of what I just ordered. My grandfather's rising up out of the grave to come back and just grab me.
You fucking pussy.
You fucking pussy. Let's go over to fucking...
Your father was a waste of seed because he resulted in you.
You have no... Come on. Let's go over to the Normandy and see how that works for you, you pussy.
We're horrible.
We are. I'm not gonna lie.
We're a little light skinned. Yeah, we're a little thin skinned on some of the stuff that they did.
Hey,
Oh.
what do you think our grandparents would think about podcasting?
Like, why are you guys just sitting around talking to each other, you dumb
I mean, you
fuckers?
fucking can be cool enough for rural radio.
Well, no, we used to be busy, putting fucking food on the table and, making sure the lights were on.
Yeah.
They had ham radio. That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
You know who was on the rural radio? Elvis.
Yeah.
My grandma had
Yes,
one
you
of
are
those.
cool enough.
He was the devil.
I still remember at my grandma's house because we used to have to go to my grandma's house after school, and so she'd watch us while before the parents came home, and she had the old school like big wooden record player with
Had the big arc to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, a whole bunch of stuff
yeah.
on it, and I remember listening to that "Hello Mutta, Hello Futta" like time and time of fucking again.
Granada.
Holy crap!
Wasn't it Alan Sherman?
Hello,
Yeah,
Mata.
yeah.
Hello, Fada.
Here I
Welcome
am
to
in Camp Granada.
Camp Granada. Oh yeah.
I guess I
Nothing
had a
rhymes
good
with
childhood because my dad
herpes.
played Sons of the Pioneers all the time.
Oh, your dad,
which was cool.
your family, you grew up with some real musical influences, at least.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Understand.
yeah, yeah.
I was listening to fucking Kenny Rogers from my dad was fucking
Wait a minute,
dubbing
time out,
Kenny
time out.
Rogers over.
Do not bash Kenny
Oh,
Rogers.
I'll bash Kenny Rogers
I
all
will
day
beat
long.
you upside the head.
He is horrible.
The gambler, the roaster.
Oh dear God, yes.
The roaster of chicken.
My dad always liked to buy the first technology, so he always bought like the first tape recorder. I mean, we were transferring stuff from reel to reel to tape for those 2-week long, summer road trips and shit. So it was nothing but fucking Kenny Rogers and goddamn it was awful. It was awful. I can't even think anything but Kenny Rogers.
The first
from my
music you
childhood.
could take with you.
Yes.
Let's listen to it over and over
Yeah,
and over.
oh, yeah.
He bought
Oh,
the
yeah.
first VCR, one of those those
remember
pop-up
that.
RCAs.
They
yeah.
weighed about 500
Yeah,
pounds.
those
yeah,
pop-up
yeah.
top. Yeah, he always
Caddyshack
bought.
was the only movie you could get.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
must
Yeah,
have
you-
watched Caddyshack 1,000 times.
You actually had to
Wait,
rent
wait,
the,
time
you
out.
had to
That was a
rent the
good
VCR
idea, yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Remember those first VCRs? They were all gray and had
Oh,
the
yeah.
huge,
Yeah.
like the
I had
sleek
that.
buttons. And
Yeah. And it popped up off the top. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I had. I
Yeah.
had one. We had one of those. It was just. Oh,
They probably
my God.
still work. if
They
you have
do.
one.
They probably actually still do better than most of the shit that works now that you can throw away after 30 days. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
those fucking PS4s. Am I right, guys? Pieces of junk.
And my grandma was huge into Neil Diamond, and I still have.
He's
a
touring
fair
again.
He's actually coming to Indianapolis.
Like
here soon.
$200 a show.
No,
you know what?
actually,
I'm gonna
no. You
pay
can
it.
get 70. I'm actually buying tickets for my mom for Christmas.
Oh, really?
Because
Yeah.
he's coming out to Texas. You can get they've got like $70 tickets in the
Oh, really?
terrace. Yeah,
And
you can get some $70 tickets.
I will see Neil Diamond.
Well, he says it's his last. I get a little pissed on this crap because I got annoyed on this back when Rolling Stones and the Eagles did all this shit. Where
Back in the
it's
80s?
Yeah.
No,
Final
in the
tour.
late 90s. It's
No,
our
we're
yes, it's our final tour. You lying sons of bitches. We're gonna charge you $300 a fucking
yeah,
ticket.
But Neil Diamond's old as shit. Like,
He-
he's
oh,
in
well,
his
this will
70s.
probably
This
be
could
his
be his
last-
final
This
tour.
actually, yes, that's what that's
The
what my
way
brother
they- the way
said.
2016
You'll probably
has
get
been taking
tickets
these
and the
musicians.
show will be
Yeah.
canceled.
Yeah,
because
that's
he
what I'm worried
dropped
about
that,
because he's not coming to Dallas until July because my mom lives out in Texas now, And my mom and my dad, I'm like, okay, so if I buy tickets now, will I get a refund if he dies before July?
You better look at the small print.
Yeah, this will probably actually be Neil Diamond's last one. But, I mean, it was back in, like, late 90s, you know, when the Rolling Stones and the Eagles were doing their last tour. And they're still last touring. And I'm like, okay, you charged $300 back in the late 90s, and you're still charging $3 for your last tour? Yeah, I find that annoying.
Yeah, I saw Black Sabbath on their final tour about 4 years ago. I don't know if it counts because they're still touring on that same tour.
Exactly.
I saw them in their really last tour last summer, buddy.
Their last
but they're still touring.
tour?
Was there a final show on that last tour?
And I thought, like, when they came out with that double album Reunion, I saw them on Ozfest that year, and I'm like,
yes,
this is it,
Yeah.
final farewell.
No.
And
No.
I was 19 or 20 that summer.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're still around.
Better catch them on this tour.
As a music guy, I mean, do you find that wholly annoying? I mean, like, if you're going to announce a last tour, make it your fucking last tour.
It's really annoying, you know, like
especially when they charge.
I remember when the Who, like, they were the first ones to really do it, and concert tickets went from like $20 to $45, like overnight, you know,
And
just
45
for that.
is
And then it
fine.
was normal.
But Eagles
Yeah.
were charging $200. Rolling Stones were charging
Yeah, but he's
$300.
talking about
this
a
was
long time ago.
They doubled. All
Yeah.
concerts doubled in price
Yeah.
from that first final tour announcement. You know?
Yeah, Eagles
just
did
like
that.
a kick in the
when
balls.
Eagles
the
did that when hell freezes over tour.
Yeah. What was
Yeah.
the most money you've paid for a concert ticket?
Oh, you don't even know.
Oh,
I
tell
haven't. I've never paid.
$482.
me. $482?
Yeah.
For what?
Otis Gibbs.
No, it's not.
The fuck
Bob
is
Seger?
Hey,
Kenny Rogers.
No, it's not even. It's not even Bob Seger. The most I've ever paid for Bob Seger is $75.
Okay, what
No,
did you pay?
hold on. You paid $487 for Bob Seger's sperm.
No, I didn't. $482 to see the Black Crowes.
Just kidding.
What the
The
fuck?
Black Crows.
Well,
Hey, what'd you get to go up on stage? You'd be like, come on, hard, come on.
No, he was talking to me about this earlier. He saw Black Crowes like 19 times within 5 months.
Yeah.
He really likes
What
the Black
what tour?
Crowes.
It was probably 2008.
Wow.
It was right before they when they got back together after that. It was
The Lost Crows.
Yeah.
That
It was
Lost
called the
Crows.
Band of Brothers. After that,
Okay.
The jalapeno
so,
in my drink.
So right before that, we seen them 19 times in one summer, and it was
Nice.
it was actually fantastic.
Was
I
Mark
loved
Ford in the band at the time?
it. No, it was
You
right
know?
before that.
Yeah.
I get it. You smoke weed. All right.
I've
I've seen him probably about 30 times over the years.
I love the Black Crowes. They're
love them.
fantastic, and we seen them in Cleveland one time for $482. That was the most I've ever
I
paid.
can actually say, well, here's the sad part. I have never paid for a concert ticket after 1990 something or another.
Oh wow!
The first concert I ever went to.
It's the
and-
wheelchair, isn't it? That's
Yes,
what
it is. No, I worked in radio.
No,
I worked in radio.
Gotcha.
No,
So
it's called a rascal. At
I
that
went.
point.
I went to what would be considered Deer Creek, but it was in Arizona.
All
So
right,
I
yeah,
worked
yeah.
for the radio stations. I worked for a pop station at the time. So I saw a lot of Dave Matthews and Sting and some other things. And then I worked for a classic rock station after that. So sadly enough, it was Van.
Foghat!
Yeah, no, it was Van Halen 3.
Oh, Mr. Sharon.
Oh, no.
You know, and some of the old school acts like that. But
There's only one.
the
Van Halen.
only concert I can actually remember paying for in the last like 20 years, or it might be 30 now. No, 20 something.
Bette Midler?
Sadly enough, I will say this.
The Beach
It was
is
probably
live.
there were 2 concerts I went to as a teenager, and that would be Vanilla
Menudo?
Ice.
Oh my God! You're so gay.
I was, and then
he drops the mic and walks away.
Yeah, there was Boys to Men and MC Hammer. It was Boys to Men, MC Hammer,
And you all looked at me when I said Black
TLC on the
Crowes.
same bill. And so, but I was a kid, man.
I apologize, Cowboy.
I listened
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
I listened to the R&B and the hip
You
hop.
had your parachute pants.
Yeah,
and you were
no, I
ready to
did
go.
not have any parachute pants.
Don't apologize for that. MC Hammer's a god.
He fell off the stage in
My
Hawaii. He
At
fell
least
off the
my
stage-
tick-
He
wait a minute.
fell off the stage in Hawaii.
You know what? I'm going to comment on this podcast. The greatest Christmas of my entire life, I'm 36 years old, was 1991. I was 11 years old, came down the stairs from our 2-story farmhouse in my Mario pajamas, all excited because this is it. this was the year I was going to get a boombox. It was a York's triple play boombox. Had a removable. Had a removable Walkman.
With the Walkman out, yes.
And I knew that I was going to get that because I circled it 19 fucking times in the JCPenney catalog. And my mom and dad had that.
Fuck the Red Ryder BB gun.
Every year. And I got that, but I also knew that downstairs was going to be a VHS tape of MC Hammer's Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him, all the videos, and the cassette. And I got it, and I listened to the entire thing.
Fuck yeah.
Every hour of every day for the next 6 weeks.
Yes, sir.
That was 25 years ago. Still to this day. Greatest fucking Christmas I've ever had. And I had the skids pants, so they were baggy. I could do the little spin.
I didn't have the skid pants.
I was 11. I will be bouncing a grandchild on my knee and telling him about the greatest Christmas I ever had.
You fucking kids don't know any better.
So
hey, can you get MC Hammer in here,
so
Jeff?
Don't you ever be ashamed of MC
I could, but
Hammer.
I probably won't.
I will mirror that because I think it was my 5th birthday party. The greatest present I thought I was going to get. I opened it up. I had all my friends there, and my brothers were giggling before we opened the present. They were ecstatic, like, holy shit. Ryan and Dave were like, oh my God, he's going to love this. So I'm like, holy fuck, what am I getting? I opened up his parachute pants, and I cried in front of my friends because Ryan told my mom that's what I wanted was parachute pants.
But they were so great. Like,
what a dick! And I just started bawling at my 5th grade birthday party. I was in tears. It was so embarrassing.
This is horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible. I didn't cry. And my mom was like, "What's the matter?" And Ryan and Dave just started laughing. I mean,
shit!
It was great for them.
Wow.
But
fucking awesome.
But you're how many years past that? You always
No, I'm
remember
not past it at all. I'm not past it.
Still reliving
That's
it.
how it still hurts. It still hurts.
You remember that feeling.
Yeah.
You're like, God, if I could just fucking be that happy again for once. Like,
No, he wasn't happy.
No, he wasn't happy.
No, this was
He was
his brothers playing a joke on him. He was
But
actually
he didn't
upset
want
about
parachute
it.
I'm the youngest.
He
so
did not want parachute
so I'm
pants.
fucked. No, I didn't want parachute
well, fuck
pants.
you,
I cried
Brendan.
my ass
Who the
off.
hell
That's
wants
terrible.
parachute pants?
Parachute pants are awesome.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
I used to have, I used to try to
Black
break
crows
dance.
are
I had the cardboard.
Black crows are
I had
awesome.
the cardboard and
Oh, yeah.
shit, trying to break dance and shit. Fuck yeah.
I was the uncoolest guy ever.
Oh, I was too.
Like 5th grade, we had a used book sale where like they would con you to go in and pick up the shitty library books that nobody wanted. So I walked in with my $2 and I saw a breakdancing book.
I need my $2.
And in your head, you think, "This is it. This is
I need this book.
This is gonna make me the coolest guy around."
This is the first step of my climb to like nailing all the middle school pussy I could possibly get. And I bought it, took it home, and I laid out the cardboard. And when you're 9 years old and 120 pounds, you just sort of sit there and gyrate. And your mom and dad are like, "Oh my God, you're having a spell."
But like Napoleon Dynamite. You're like Napoleon Dynamite watching fucking Jamiroquai.
That bus ride home, before I knew it wasn't going to work out for me, I'm like, I am about to be the coolest guy that has ever walked the face of the earth. I got the instruction manual. I know there's cardboard at home, and shit is about to get turned. And then you do it, you realize that, oh, I'm fat and white, this whole thing's a wall.
Dad's at least got 7 old boxes of beer.
That's why I turned to liquor to like,
Yeah. That's when you start drinking early.
All around the world, people drinking bud. Wiser people know that shit ain't no good. All around the world, and everywhere we go, at every bar and every show, people wanna know, what are you drinking? Tell you what I'm thinking. I met a man, he said from Australia I am. It's easier than you think to spot an American. We're drinking imposters, they always drink Fosters, and no one in Australia can agree what beer would justify traveling 16,000 miles. We said that's easy, because Pat's Blue Ribbon is the beer that keeps on giving. If I'm drinking it, I am winning. If it's in my belly, then I feel nice. Pat's Blue Ribbon is the beer that keeps on giving. For such a modest price, you get a beer that you taste twice. We got on a plane and we flew across the sea. Next thing that we knew, we're at a bar in Germany. We met a guy named Hans, we met guy named Gunther. They pointed at the table, they said we were drinking under. USA likes watered down beer. That's like driving on the Autobahn in first gear. I said, we just came to polka hardcore, Kishkas galore. That's the ribbon, is the beer that keeps on giving. If I'm drinking it, I am winning. If it's in my belly, then I feel nice. That's the ribbon, is the beer that keeps on giving. For such a modest price, you get a beer that you taste twice. For the showstopper, you can sing along with Dennis Hopper. Heineken, fuck that shit. Bath the ribbon is the beer that is it. Heineken, fuck that shit. Bath the ribbon is the beer that is it. Heineken, fuck that shit. Bath the ribbon is the beer that is it. Heineken, fuck that shit. Bath the ribbon is the beer that is it. Heineken, fuck that shit. Bath the ribbon is the beer that is it. Heineken, fuck that shit. Bath the ribbon is the beer that is it. That's the ribbon is the beer that keeps on giving. If I'm drinking it, I am winning. If it's in my belly, then I feel nice. That's the ribbon is the beer that keeps on giving. For such a modest price, you get a beer that you taste twice.